San Diego Catholic Diocese is under fire tonight after the name of a retired priest surfaced on a list of priests accused of sexual abuse against children. Abuse survivors want to know why his name wasn't released on earlier lists and why he was allowed to work locally as a priest, even as the national abuse scandal was playing out. Team 10 investigator Michael Chen reveals how the diocese is defending its actions.
My heart kind of drops, my stomach kind of turns.
The reaction of a priest abuse survivor after learning the name of retired San Diego priest Paul Palmitessa has emerged in a court-ordered release of 34 credible cases of child sex abuse accusations in the Minnesota Catholic Diocese. Paul Livingston heads a local group of abuse survivors.
My question at this point is just how many more names are going to come up.
According to the San Diego Diocese, in 1982, Palmitessa was accused of making a sexual advance toward a 15-year-old boy in Minnesota. It's unclear why, but prosecutors declined to charge him, instead requiring him to undergo counseling for 2 years. He moved to the San Diego Diocese in 1982, but the case wasn't revealed to church officials until 1990 when the alleged victim contacted the church. The diocese says Palmitessa was sent for an evaluation and several years of counseling and allowed to serve with the restriction he could not be alone with boys or young men. Palmitessa retired in 1998, but continued to have limited duties up until 5 years ago.
There's been many cases where these priests are restricted. The ministries are restricted and they continue to abuse.
In a statement, the diocese says Palmitessa was permitted to remain in ministry upon the advice of several outside mental health professionals. No accusations of any kind were ever made against him while in San Diego. We knocked on the door of Palmitessa's Santee apartment but got no answer. A lingering question remains. Why wasn't his name released when the local diocese released 38 priest names in 2007 as part of a bankruptcy proceeding?
It's sickening. They have his personnel files. Why did they subject more kids to dangerous people?
Late today, the San Diego Diocese said they only released cases that were prosecuted or involved multiple allegations. As for Palmitessa, the diocese says they just learned from Minnesota that the claims were in fact credible and have now officially banned him from any priestly functions. The 82-year-old Palmitessa served at 5 different parishes while in San Diego County. For lists, go to 10news.com and click on the red TV button. Michael Chen, Team 10.